Hey guys, Cable Guy Ken here, getting ready to do another water test here on my tarp. See, I got some water beating off of it. I'm gonna rinse it down here for you. Be right back. Hey guys, Cable Guy Ken here. Just saw me spraying my tarp down there. 100% waterproof, 100% easy and cheap to make. You saw my other video on how I did the treatment. It's pretty easy to follow along. I want to show you something real quick. I'm getting ready to lay out in my hammock. All the water that I just sprayed, of course, is running straight towards you, straight under my feet. But I've been eating these here lately. These are called Minute Ready to Serve. Supposed to be a microwave. What I usually do is I'll take, like this is the chicken flavor, I'll take a small can of pre-cooked chicken meat and mix in with it. But if you don't have a microwave, you can do it the old-fashioned way. I got my can't see if that's picking up there, sorry about that. Got my little triangle stove, got a little, just a very little bit of water in there boiling up. Dump it in there. We'll just use the cup to break that up just a little bit. Get my little micro bites and get all that out of there for you real quick. These you usually find these little meals here for $2 for $1. I'm sorry, $2 a piece up at Food Line, and I pick them up. I usually buy 2 boxes at a time. That'll get me through a week. Then on Fridays I might eat something store bought. Might go somewhere and get me something to eat. But I just let that heat up like that. It adds a little bit of broth to the rice. It's plenty warm enough when it gets done. And it's pretty good. Eats, like I said, I ain't going to add no chicken to it today because we're going to go out and get something to eat here in a little bit. So I'm going to keep my intake down. But that's pretty good. Just let that warm up like that. Put my bottle back up. While I'm letting that warm a little bit more, we'll swing back around this way. Pull my little tarp out of my hammock out under me here good. Of course, this is my bug buster hammock I got here. The tarp, I did make this one. I don't know if I made that clear or not in my other videos, but this is another one I made out of 1.1 ounce nylon, just ripstop nylon that I bought from Walmart. If you go to the bargain bin section of Walmart in the fabric department, you can usually find nylon. They usually have it up there pretty cheap. That's good and warm, so we'll set that to the side. But man, that's good. They usually have this stuff, they'll get it in every once in a while. Sometimes you get lucky and they'll have this green. Sometimes they'll just have the white. You can't dye nylon, so if you don't want white tarp, don't buy it. But I'm gonna cut my stove off and everything, get settled back here. I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, brothers. I was saying, these tarps, I can go out and buy one. I got one I bought. You saw the review I did on the guide gear tarp. And it's not a bad tarp. I've got some extra tabs side on along the center seam. I stitched a couple more on there, and that makes it a pretty fair to milling tarp. It'd do pretty good for some things. The main thing though, I do this, not only is this keeping my brain busy and keeping me sane, I guess you could say, but doing stuff like this, when we talk about self-reliance, too many times we start talking about it as just being woodcrafting, instead of taking a tent, build a shelter. that kind of thing. But in a it hit the fan kind of situation, you're gonna have to be able to fend for yourself in a lot of ways. You know, Dave, in a lot of his everyday carry videos, he's mentioned sewing needle and, you know, sewing supplies. Well, he's not taking them so that he can find somebody else to do it for him. We put sewing needles and stuff in our kit so we can do repairs. Well, if you don't know how to sew, what are you going to do when you're out there in the woods and you need to make a repair to a piece of clothing, your tarp, your hammock if you use a hammock? If you're a ground dweller, maybe you've got a, you know, a tarp you use for a shelter and something to use, you know, whatever the item may be that needs sewing back up, you need to know how to sew. And not just by hand. Obviously, I didn't sew this by hand. I used a machine. But these are skills I think we need to learn. Not only am I saving a ton of money by buying this stuff and figuring out ways to make it by myself, but I'm learning a skill that I've got a brother on there that asked me, said, you know, hey man, could you make me one of these tarps and send it to me? Well, I don't think I'm good enough to make a pile of them and send them to people and then pay me for them. I'm not going to do that. But I've got a tarp right here. I can make a 5x7 tarp in 30 minutes. Fabric's 5 foot wide already, so I can make a 5x7, 5x8 tarp just by sewing the 4 seams over, putting some guy outs on it so that he can have a way to tie it out, do my little silicone treatment on it, pack it in the mail, and it's his. So, brother, I'm sorry I forgot your name. You sent me a message. I believe it was Ronald or Reginald Shaw on Dave's Facebook page. I'll have you a tarp made up here in the next day or two, and it'll be in the mail to you. So if you could go on my Facebook page or either here on my channel, give me your address, I'll know where to send it to. It's on the way. You don't owe me a thing, brother. I mean, that's what we're here for. You know, we're all family, and family don't charge each other for stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Kevin, I don't have no cocoa. It's too warm out here. It's probably about 70 degrees right now, so I ain't gonna cook no cocoa up. But I am gonna enjoy me some lunch. I'm going to kick back in my hammock on my day off. I just got this tarp really so that it'll block the wind from blowing in on me right now. No chance of it raining or anything. It does offer enough coverage that I could set it up over my hammock and it would keep the rain off of me if it was going to rain. But right now I got the sun shining through the trees, the birds chirping, a few squirrels running off the other end of the lot here. So I'm going to enjoy all this. If you got any questions about these tarps, it's pretty straightforward. If you've ever looked at a tarp, you can see how they're made. I will tell you, it is a pain in the butt to sew this nylon, especially this 1.1 ounce, because it just slides everywhere. It's real hard to keep it lined up and to keep the seams straight. I got a few spots on here that I need to restitch where the bobbin ran out of thread, and I didn't realize it until I'd already gone down, and I really need to rip that whole seam out and redo it. But just wanted to show everybody that. I did a crappy video this morning on the water test on it, and it was so dark I know you couldn't really see anything, so I figured I'd redo it and repost. Appreciate everybody for watching my channel. I believe I'm up to like 190, 192, somewhere around there on subscribers, which old country hat like me, it just tickles the snot out of me, you know. But I'm going to eat my dinner, wait on my wife to get home, we can go do some shopping. Appreciate everybody for taking the time out of your busy days and out of your lives to watch my little videos. You know, most of my videos I post are 10 minutes long, and that's 10 minutes of your life you never get back. I'm honored that you would take the time to share that 10 minutes with me, so to speak. Got any questions, comments, any requests for videos, anything like that, y'all fire them at me. I'm running out of ideas other than just doing everyday things and putting them out there like, you know, some people do. I ain't gonna call no names. I got this tinny kind of taste in my mouth. But anyway, you know, I'm not gonna just pop out videos just for the sake of popping them out there. If I don't have anything to show you, you won't see me for a while. Mr. Barton, Bushcraft Barton's Mike. You're back from Haiti. Welcome back, brother. Thank God you made it back safely. And I know the Lord is richly blessing you and your wife both for everything you did down there and for the things you continue to do. I love you, brother. Keep up the good work. To all my followers out there, everybody that is watching, I love you all. I'll catch you in the next video. Cable Guy Ken here. Peace out.